Hi guys, welcome to the sauna session.
So this is the big question. For modern people like us with busy jobs and schedules, how do we integrate yoga, science in modern life? How do we live our normal lives and yet achieve bliss? That is the question. And this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Mariya and welcome to Lifestyle Secrets.
So, I literally just had a whole day of meetings today and I was running left and right. Since early morning we had so many meetings with all the clients in Ukraine, as some of you know. And we've been visiting the IMF, some of the government bodies, some of the banks and the corporates. So we really had a pretty busy day. We had quite a bit of food as well running around and sitting all day long, basically, from the car to the restaurant to the meeting to back to the meeting to back to the car to back to the restaurant. And it's like what, about 10 p.m. already, and it's pretty late. But what happens is that a lot of us go through something like this and then essentially go to bed and they feel really tired, and then next day they go again back to meetings, and ultimately they don't really do anything for themselves. And if you remember, we talked about spending some time for yourself and really having that 1/10 of your day, or even like 20 minutes of your day for yourself. Be it we wake up and you do your meditation or your yoga practice, or you come back from a really busy day and then you do your practice before you go to bed, but you always find time. And one thing I want to talk about is time management, and essentially why we don't find time for ourselves, or we find excuses for time. So how many of you just think that doing yoga or any exercise is very important? How many of you don't do it because I don't have time? But time is something that we connect emotionally. So time is an emotion, because time is what we use, it's what we have, what we really ration, right? It's not money, it's not anything else. Time is what we actually run out of, and it's the most precious thing we have. And we know that on a subconscious level, we know that time is paramount for us. So when we decide to dedicate time to practice, be it in the gym or spend some time in the sauna to kind of get rid of all the tension of the day, do some yoga, just do something for you, you sometimes feel even guilty, right? So if it's pleasurable time spent, you feel guilty that you haven't dedicated that to your family, or to working harder, or to your business, or have another meeting, or get more sleep so the next day you can do even more work. Or if it's exercising, funnily enough, our brain actually works by focusing on the process and not the end result. So many times we go, oh, I really need to exercise. I really need to do that yoga. Yeah, I need to do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Today I'm tired. No, you're not. And what happens is when we focus on the process, we actually sabotage ourselves quite often, because we think of the pain we need to go through, and the fact that I need to jump into my yoga clothes, or my swimming suit for that matter, the fact that I need to kind of leave my comfortable room and come all the way down to the gym, or to the yoga room, or to the sauna, the fact that I need to probably exercise, and that requires so much effort, and kind of I know I can't bend that much, or I have to run, I don't know, 4K, and I'm never gonna get to the 20K. That makes us feel like cringe, because we know that that's gonna be a painful process. And then on the other side is also the fact that when we promise ourselves something, so a lot of people start with the resolution, right? I'm gonna follow Mariya, I'm gonna do her yoga classes, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna get up every morning, I'm gonna do it. And then in the morning you oversleep and you don't do it. Then you come back from work, you don't do it. And then you go, okay, I'm gonna do it next day. What really happens is that you fail to follow through on your own promise. And what does that do to your confidence? Well, it hurts it, because you know that you failed, and you know that that's going to affect you. And then that translates into a feeling of being not sufficient, not being able to follow through, not being able to keep a regular practice, something is wrong with me, I'll never be able to do this, I'll never be able to bend as much as the teacher, I'll never be able to run that marathon, I have business, I have family, I have work, I have travel, I have all sorts of excuses that I can bring forward so that I actually don't do it. Alright, welcome back. My phone overheated obviously in the sauna, so 10 minutes later I'm off to my swim. But what I want to tell you is that if you don't put the effort and if you don't find the right time, you'll never find the time. So don't allow your time management to prevent you from achieving your results, from having the time for yourself. And there is really never a right time or the kind of the best time. You will always be busy, there will be something more important, and you have to bear in mind that the mind plays that tricks on you. And it's very normal, and you really need to find a better place. So I hope you find that time, I hope you dedicate it, I hope you don't go for the I'm gonna fail today. You're not failing, you just need to really realize what's going on. Go for it, practice, no matter where you are, no matter how much time you have, even if it's 2 minutes, carve it out, go for it.